So Viktor Koronev will take charge of this welterweight contest. Alexander Chernov in the blue corner takes on Eldar Hashpakov in the red. You see the tail of the tape there, slight reach and height advantage there for Eldar. But look at this straight away, Chernov taking the centre of the cage. And Brad, you said you'll be able to tell by body types who's been putting in the work. And gotta say, Chernov looks phenomenal compared to his last outing.
Yeah, he's looking in great shape. I mean, like, even in his last time, I must be saying, he's always had one of those people that has that chiseled sort of body type. He's doing the right thing now here. He's doing what he did well. He's got that forward sort of pressure. He's got to be careful getting too overexcited, coming rushing in and getting taken down.
And you talked about the styles as well. Chernov has had plenty of pro boxing fights as well. Reed does work off his hands, and he has so slick. You can see he's already connected a few times with that jab. But as I say, that Eldar connected with a nice left hand. But as he came in, he was greeted below the belt.
There's one thing we don't come to expect here. You see, obviously, we've been in Sochi, and it's kind of like, it was like some actually bright sunlight coming into the cage, you know. So hopefully that doesn't get into the fighter's eyes.
Something I never even thought about, but you're quite right. We had a little wide shot, and I think it's like an open arena, which is one of the reasons they've been able to put these events on. But you're right, if that sun is shining down, you are turning around. It's like playing football, isn't it? You always pick the side where the sun isn't going into your goalkeeper's eyes.
Yes, one thing that was unfortunate when you have a southpaw versus orthodox here, tends to, when you misplace one of those inside kicks, it definitely goes where you don't want it to go.
And he will have 5 minutes should he wish to take that time. But a nice loose start from these two. Very impressed with Chernov's movement, taking the centre of the cage. That left jab is already connected. You see the reddening on the face of Eldar there. But as you said, with Eldar, you know that takedown attempt's going to come. It's going to come soon, and Chernov has just got to make sure he's tight with his work, as tight with his defense as he is with his offense.
Yeah, with Eldar, what he's got to try and do, at the moment he's been pushed on his back foot, whereas Chernov is doing a great job doing so, because it's hard to take someone down when you're on your back foot. You don't have the momentum. He needs to be able to, Eldar needs to be able to press forward and maybe try and get Chernov to the cage where he can try and get a shot and try and get a takedown.
So we kick off once again. Chernov in those blue and black shorts, Eldar in the red and black. Oh, and again that long left hand comes in, but Eldar responding. Oh, that overhand left from Eldar's connected a few times.
He's getting a bit further forward now with Eldar is maybe, yeah, here we go, first takedown attempt here. Can he get his hands locked? It looks in quite deep, but Chernov did a great job to get double unders here and pull him up.
You can see how desperate he was for that. Very good work off the cage, circled out, back into space.
As in Eldar in his last fight against Ustam Magomed, it wasn't a case where he had bad takedown attempts. It's just that the defense showed by Ustam Magomed was just phenomenal, to be honest. You know, great balance and all this. So, but he's got to try and, that's one thing, is you can't give up on what he wants to do. He needs to, you know, keep pressing forward here and trying to keep going to the well as such.
And now he's in on that single once again. You can see that upper torso there of Chernov, using every ounce of strength and might to get those underhooks, and does well again to fend off the first attempt, but Eldar just relentless now.
This is where he's got to be a bit careful though, because we saw this in his last fight. He was relentless with takedowns, but he actually started to get tired. And like you say, we'll go back to like, what sort of shape is he in? How has his COVID kind of training been going on?
So they separate once again, halfway through round number one here at ACA 106. The range is closing between these two now. Once again, Eldar trying to use that to get hold of a limb, but Chernov shaking him off. It's got to start to get frustrating even this early in the fight for Eldar.
Even so, you can see that now he's getting a bit tired. He's a bit laboured with his own punching. Throwing hard, to be fair.
Throwing hard, but Chernov quite happy to eat these. Is showing no respect for the power of Eldar. Oh, another knee up the middle there from Chernov. Oh, he's cut under that right eye. I'm not sure if that was one of those left, winging left hooks. Or
Yes,
there's a clash of heads.
You know, I do believe it was the kind of that wing in my hand. He's just trying to put that was a beautiful little uppercut on the inside there, Brian.
I think the mouthpiece came out there. Certainly showed itself. Both starting this ACA 106 card with some fire in them.
I know we're not cage side here, Brian, but you can hear it now with no audience. Well, you start hearing sort of, not just seeing the effects of some of these strikes, you're seeing it. You know, even in the cage, you look at the back of Chernov's back when he's been pressed up against the cage, he's all red as well.
Just coming to the final minute here of round number 1. Chernov once again trying to fend off this takedown attempt from Eldar.
Yeah, this is, for me, this is going to be a big moment in his fight. If he can get the takedown on, he got that. Now that, for me, Brian, I don't believe that's enough to win this round. I think he may have lost this round, or he could maybe just pinch it with this, but that's definitely going to pay dues into the next round, you know, knowing that he could get his man to the mat.
Oh, now trying to rain some heavy ground and pound out inside the guard. We get a little glimpse of the cut. It's not too huge, but we've got to keep our eye on that.
Actually, but I didn't see how long left there. I mean, that's a good time takedown. A whole minute left here to work. If he keeps this on top, he could have done enough to win this round.
Oh, now in the guard there of Alexander Chernov.
Yeah, so this is the flip reverse. Like I said, you saw this in Chernov's last fight. When he did get taken down, he showed nothing from his back to get back to his feet. He just stayed flat, which he's doing now. He has the foot in the hips. It's perfect to push him away, but no, he's not doing nothing with it. This is one big little flaw I see with Chernov's game.
And now, final seconds of this round. Oof. 10 seconds left. I think the clock must have started before the when the cup kicked a bit early. And there we have it. Round 1 in the books here between these two welterweights. And Brad, what are the main talking points from that? Chernov looked good on the feet, caught Khashkabov a couple of times, but like you said, that was a well-timed takedown. I think that was perfectly for Eldar. He managed to get the fight to the mat. He struggled early on, but he stayed persistent. Now I think mentally, knowing that he can get Chernov to the mat, he's going to keep going there. And yeah, again with Chernov, when he does get to the mat, he shows nothing on his back to get back up. That was only within the last minute of that round. So depending how much energy did Eldar use to try and get to the mat and see how persistent he could be with the next round. He looks tired here. Then going back to look at some of the action from the first round. This is here when he's in deep on the double. You didn't get to see how happy. You see here, he looks a bit tired on his back. They're both sitting down, actually. I was going to say both are sitting down, and there's always that talk of that adrenaline dump when you go into a fight, and you've heard many fighters talk about it. I'm sure you've experienced it yourself, Brad. But in these circumstances as well, where everything's a little bit different and it's not familiar as far as they are experienced fighters, you look at their record, well over 10 fights each. But this is a different atmosphere, and obviously coming in and not knowing how well your opponent's trained, having those little demons in your head, possibly they could be coming into playing.
Indeed, Brian. That's why you just got to concentrate on yourself, and you're not in any control of what your opponent's doing, but you're in control of what you're doing. So it's up to you to prepare as best as you can, so you don't have those demons in your head saying, "Have you trained enough?" Because you know that you have.
We kick off round number 2. Chernov in the blue corner, swinging with that left hook coming in. Eldar Hashpakov in the red corner. Again, working off that lead left jab, Chernov. I'd like to see him open up with a couple more combinations off of that. He's coming in and out. Oh, he's got caught with the right hand.
That's the thing, he seems to be like taking the power from Eldar and not really what they're expecting it and just coming forward. He threw a low kick there that was timed very well, managed to close the distance here. Can he get the takedown early within this round?
And this will be a real factor. It took him 4 minutes, Eldar, to get it to the mat last time. Unable on his first attempt to complete that takedown.
But also we can't take it away from him. He actually had quite a lot of success on his feet. Opened up a big cut underneath Chernov's right eye. Is that looping sort of left hand that he's throwing. It's not straight left, there he goes doing it again. And he's been finding a home for that one.
Yeah, we talk about the hands of Chernov, but the head movement's just not there, is it, Brad? It's always a sitting target. He has his low hands. It's not like he angles off when he throws his punches.
Yeah, his head's not off the centre of the line like exactly that, Brian.
Another left hook attempt there from Eldar. Now level change. That was an excellent level change, but well read. Good defense from Chernov.
Yeah, he managed to get his underhooks in and pulled him straight up to his feet. That's what he's been doing well, Chernov, in start of the first round. Managed to get in the levers underneath with his underhooks. Managed to pull Eldar off his legs.
And there was a glimpse of a low cup kick. Chernov didn't seem too bothered by it. The fight continues. Now working his own lead, low calf kick. You can see they are both tiring very quickly in this second round, Brad.
Yeah. Definitely a lot more of a labour so short. This is what Chernov has got to do, is when Eldar fails the takedown attempt, put some pressure on. Like I said, it's very hard to take someone down when you're on your back foot.
Oh, there's an eye poke there. Just as he came in with that straight left jab, he was greeted by the fingers there of Eldar Hashpakov. And it really is one of the most unfortunate part of the games, but due to the fact we need the gloves, the fingers to be able to move and grapple. We'll have a look now. Oh, his fingers are out reach there, and Chernov, with his own momentum, plants himself right on them.
Yeah, it's a very tricky one because his natural instincts just to try and, when you're flinching like that, just to push and get someone away. So when you do that, you're naturally gonna have your hands open. So it's a very hard one for people in MMA, doctors, and people just around the organization to try and think of a solution.
Еще раз говорю, внимательно работаем, понятно? Без нарушения правил. Иначе вычту балл от раунда. Все понятно?
Brian, your Russian's a lot better than mine. What was the ref saying there?
Koronev was just asking for cleaner work from the two. Just be aware of where they put their punches. Keep it clean.
Here we go. Had the takedown now by
Straight
Eldar.
in there. 2 minutes as well to play with now.
I'd just like to see if Chernov could get his back to the cage or get up.
And the same with the Dudayev fight, he just doesn't work his way there. Look how close he is to that fence, and as a coach, you'd be screaming for them to get their back there, wouldn't you?
He listened to you there, Brian. You know,
all the way from London.
Yeah, done a great job. That was the first time in his last few fights I've actually seen him get back to his feet. So, well done.
But look at that cut now opening up. That takedown certainly caused more damage on the face there of Chernov. Oh, nice right hand. Chernov picking up the pressure.
Yeah, see that then with the pressure there, Brian. It's really hard to time a takedown. And now that pressure was just really tying out Eldar. You can see him really tired. That's the thing. If you can control the pressure on the fight, you could decide when you're fine.
Oh, and there's a nice slip there from Chernov. And again, Eldar coming in with that takedown attempt. Oh, he's left his neck on the outside there, Brad.
I think he's okay at the moment. He's gonna lift up and turn to the side.
Oh, great takedown there from Eldar. 45 seconds to play with now, so twice he's got this to the mat, and you can see that cut is slowly being worked open on that right side of the cheek there of Chernov.
Yeah, you also see a lot of swelling as well, Brian. It's not in a bad place where, like, when you stand on your feet, that the blood will go into your eye, but now when you're on the back of the mat, there is a chance of that flying backwards into your eye.
Final 20 seconds of round number 2, another action-packed round between these two. And we said both would like to make a statement in this fight. And you can see they're trying to do that. They really are matching fire with fire. It looks like we will see a third round here, Brad.
Yeah, and it's good pace as well, to be fair. So, you know, hats off to both these guys. You know, yes, they are slowing down, Brian, but it is still a fast-paced fight.
And as far as points-wise, I'm going to put you right in the limelight now, Brad. How would you score this so far? You talked about potentially end of that first round with the last minute of the fight with Chernov on his back. Eldar nicking that and taking the first round. Do you think with those 2 takedowns he could be 2 rounds up right now?
Possible. If I was in Chernov's corner, I'd be saying you could be 2 rounds down here, go out there for a finish, or you could be with one of a piece. You definitely need to win this last round. And if I was in Eldar's coach, I'd be saying roughly the same sort of thing. You still need to go out and win this round. A couple of those rounds were close. I think the first round was the closest one. I think the second round definitely was Eldar's with a bit more takedowns. But then also you look at fights sometimes score with damage, and it's not going to help with Chernov bleeding all over the mat and stuff like that. So interesting third round. I still feel it could be up for grabs.
You see Eldar getting back to his feet now, ready for round number 3. A grueling battle so far, and the opening battle here at ACA 106, which will be topped with the main event. That sees Artem Frolov, Krasnodar's own Artem Frolov, take on Ibrahim Magomedov. What about that is? But we have business to deal with here in this welterweight division. Alexander Chernov in the blue corner, Eldar Hashpakov in the red. We are set and ready. Viktor Korniev will kick this off. Round 3. Off we go. And once again, Chernov is the one taking the center of the cage. Cutman has done a good job there on that right eye. Looks to be steady the flow of the bleeding. The swelling doesn't look too bad either, Brad. It's one of those that you think at the start of the fight might close up, but looking all right. Oh, he's jumped for this guillotine attempt. Oh.
Yeah, it's not a bad attempt, but it's one of those ones, if that was in the first round, it'd be a lot different now. You're thinking the third round, arms a lot more sweaty, good chance you can slip out, but now he's put himself in a really bad position early on within this round,
And now he's on his back. Was looking to try and cinch that guillotine up. But now Eldar with a good 4 minutes to play with here, Brad. He can take his time, he controls his position and just works for that opening. Lots of time to play with.
Yeah, he's want to here chip away at Chernov. Chernov definitely needs to get back to speed. But I say it's like the right thing and the wrong thing. If you do believe he's 2 rounds down, he was trying to finish the fight, so it's hard to critique him for doing so, but he has put himself in a very bad position.
And again, Chernov, can't see him looking for the get-up piece. Oh, now he's made some space. Oh, it could be a mistake here from Eldar. He could end up on bottom.
Yeah, he looks very high here. You see Chernov coming out the back door and he can put him on bottom.
Oh, he's trying to switch for the triangle there, but Chernov aware of that. Now this is a turnaround. Chernov in top position for the first time in the fight.
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't really seen Eldar on his back, so he didn't stay there for long. He's done the right thing to get back to his feet. Beautifully timed there, takedown there. Some heavy breaths here already here for Chernov. He managed to get up last time. Can he get up again now? His guard's wide open as well, Brian. Easily for Eldar to pass, but he's doing the right thing, I guess, to stay inside the full guard and just chipping away.
When you're in these positions, especially round 3, when you are tired and you know it's been a grueling first 2 rounds, is it a case that mentally you want to just hold this position to try and see the round out, especially if you do give him rounds 1 and 2? Could he be seen looking to coast through to this one?
Yeah, I think so. That'd be a smart move. If you believe you're winning and you stand on top, there's no point taking any unnecessary risks. But like I say, we said many times in fights, ACA do give a finish bonus, so you are rewarded that financially, and it all depends what your motivation is. If you want to have a bit more money in your pocket, you could push for a finish.
There's a nice elbow there from Eldar.
And you've got to think that most fighters within these sort of situations and extra money, the situation we had, will definitely go a long way.
Now just 1 minute 15 seconds for Eldar to try and pull that finish out of the bag.
You see here, Brian, that what Eldar's doing really well. Not so much right this second, but he's doing a good job of pushing his weight forward and like really compressing the hips of Chernov, so it makes it really hard for him to see there, and again now he's kind of tabletop. It makes it really hard for Chernov to create any sort of space. Oh, that's a beautiful elbow there, Brian, as well.
Tasty work coming from the top here from Eldar, really making a statement in this third round.
Yeah, and that elbow landed right on the cut as well.
And you can see now a despondent Chernov. We saw just how tough he was against Cherzy Dudayev, but my goodness, there was that look in his eyes once again. Trying to make something happen at least there, Brad, trying to get back to his feet, make some sort of space.
Yeah, that time he done the right thing. He tried to get to one side, but Eldar read it very well and shelved his legs, prevented him from getting up. Controlling the feet here now.
Oh, little up kick there, just missed off the bottom. Only 15 seconds. Oh, triangle attempt here from Chernov.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. But he's done the right thing, just throwing it up.
And now Eldar on the back. Oof. And there we have it, a tough opening bout here between these two welterweights. Chernov wearing some of the marks of that on his face. You can see that cut under his right eye. And Eldar had to work hard there for the takedowns, really did dig deep to make sure right from the end of the first round all the way through that those takedowns came, and it was from that top position that he did his best work.
Yeah, I mean, the first round he did struggle at the start, you know, obviously when they're both fresh to get in with the takedowns, you know, Chernov done a great job of defending, but it was then he started getting in his groove, getting the time down. Chernov started to wear down a little bit more, and he's done the right job. He worn him down, managed to get on top and do a lot of damage. But I believe that the damage you see here of a Chernov eye was actually landing from that straight left, well not straight left, sorry, it was like a loop in the left, overhand sort of lefty he was landing.
So, the judges'
Уважаемые
scorecards
поклонники
are in.
смешанных боевых единоборств, в этом поединке по итогам 3 раундов единогласным решением судей одержал победу Эльдар Хашпаков, мальчик.